right. Welcome back to another one. I'm Derek Watts. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a long day, so trying to get words out may be complicated for me. So today, the goal is, hold on here. I thought I was supposed to be going to the other track, but today the goal is to try to get this contract. The goal is to try to get this contract done. There's only 2 wagons. Yeah, it's only 2 wagons. So, because with, weight, I'm trying to be very careful about that. So the guy got this contract here. It's only for $33 grand. Getting this over to Salzburg Food Processing Plant, which is going to be a pretty decent drive. So this may be a 2-parter. It may not be. I may be able to get it all in 20 minutes. I may have to finish it up in another video. I don't know, but we'll see. But right now, the first thing I'm doing is trying to get to the pickup track so I can start this journey, wind down, and then go to bed. There we go. So I think we're actually going to stick to the left this time. Yeah. And we're going to stay to the left. And then go to the left one more time. So we're going to stay left for the rest of the way through. So I can... Yeah, there we go. Pick up these 2. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and go into the coupling. Now that's interesting. I'm just curious as into why. Oh, hold on. Oh, right. Ha! Forgot to put on the emergency brake. But that still ain't gonna work either. Okay, so I just have to open up the menu that way. Put on the tracks, connect them, and that's it. Don't know what the purpose of that is if it won't let me. Alright, so got the contract in. Oops. And then we're heading off now. I got 64. Oh wait, I forgot to. No, we're going all the way over here. So it's 69,000. Yeah, it's definitely gonna have to be split into 2. There's no way I can get all that done in 20 minutes. Well, on a 20-minute video anyway. Let's see one other thing real quick. Okay. So we're going the same way that I have issues with this particular track, but because it's just only 2 cars, I should be good, really, to be honest. If it was 5, I may have a challenge, because this type of cargo, the livestock, it's pretty heavy. But hopefully everybody's having a good day. It was a long day for me. It was, just trying to maintain composure and all of that, but also making sure, because I'm on heart medication, so it's been kind of interesting to actually stay focused because I haven't been able to stay focused. But since I've been on this heart medication to help with heart palpitation, heart racing, and all of that, it's been interesting to actually stay focused, stay busy. It's actually been interesting. So, because right now I would be in bed, literally. You would think it'd be depression, but it's really because of fatigue. And I couldn't, I can't do much, but this medication is still causing drowsiness all at the same time. But it's one of those things that, I try to deal with on a day in, day out basis. And I always get asked by my therapist, what's one thing what's something that's gone right? So I always think about what's gone right. And as per se, I like to put it in another way of, did you get up and take a look at yourself in the mirror this morning to, thank yourself for battling out on a hard day? Did you look yourself in the mirror to say, hey, what's wrong? Is there something I'm doing wrong that I could, improve on? Or, is there something that I can do to better understand growth development? Things like that. So I think about that a lot with, what's gone right for you, what's gone wrong for you, especially with struggles. And my struggle is maintaining my mouth for the most part. When it needs to be said, it needs to be said. Let me turn off this light and this light. So I'm about to say, yeah, I thought I was kind of zoomed in there a little bit. But, when you have challenges at work, you have to try to figure out how to compose yourself. Even when you get off of work, sometimes you can be so drained that you don't want to, even come on and do gameplay, but it has to be a passion for you to do it. And for me, it's always been a passion to do gaming, but because when I had COVID, and ever since COVID, I've been battling these fatigue issues. So trying to get back and focus has been really, really, really hard, really. And even though that passion still fires with me to do it, even when I have fatigue, it's not the same. But, now that I got some underlying issues identified with much more to come, I can, I know how to attack it and still be able to do, gaming, after I get off work, instead of saying, I'm just going to read and go to bed. Or if I'm lucky enough to even read and then go to bed. So now the challenges are getting up in the morning and dealing with chest discomfort a lot, which has actually calmed down since I've again taken this medication. But, sometimes it comes, sometimes it don't. It just depends on what I've eaten the previous day, which is, it's all part of a learning curve. What did you learn today? That type of thing. And a lot of people, don't really pay attention to this, but for me, I think it's important to pay attention to this as well. And I think it's really important to pay attention to politics. Because you don't realize how much people can be hurt, even yourself, if you're not paying attention to politics. So I think it's really important to pay attention to politics. Consume yourself in a way that is responsible. I kind of treat it like alcohol. Instead of it being drink responsibly, it's read and watch responsibly. So you won't be, consumed with so much news that you're depressed. So it's just one of those things that you just have to, watch out for yourself, making sure that you're not reading too much about it or watching too much about it. Because I do. And that's been my habit of going too deep into politics a little bit. So it's important to watch that because you never know what loved ones are hurt by policies and things that they're politicizing that don't need to be politicized, things like that. So understanding the bare basics of politics as well too can help. Not being funny right now, I'm really supposed to be in a wind down mode, but boy, I'm not in it right now. I mean, let me put it this way: I am literally in a wind down mode right now because this medication is making me so sleepy. But at the same time, I got this fire to do these gameplays. So it's 7:42 p.m. as of this recording, March the 31st, the last day of March. But they go into the 4th month of the year already. So get your grind and hustle on if you have any. Kind of felt like that this wasn't always the route that it took me. Yeah, it was. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty far. See, this right here, this area right here, all of this is it ain't gonna give me complications now. But if I was to have like 5 of them, then yeah, this area right here would give me some complications. For sure. You'll most likely see that on the next video. Snow on the ground, and we're in spring. I intentionally picked it out here because the time that I wanted to, focus on that, I didn't have a chance to do it. So it's just a matter of I wanted to, get some work done out here in the Dakota climate. I'm liking these mountains back there in the back too. I wonder if anybody has any thoughts or ideas on how you deal with new management at a job when you're dealing with new management, particularly if you have somebody that thinks they know everything but don't and comes in and mess things up. I just wonder if anybody has experienced that. I would love to hear your story. Something that could be talked about on my podcast if need be. Because to me, it could be, if anybody don't know, I do a podcast, Afternoon Coffee Break with Darren, and it's, really talking about racism and discrimination at a core. It's really just talking about racism and discrimination and understanding, or trying to, also dig deep about, racism, discrimination, all of that. What was I going to say? Everything just looks so far away to me. I don't know why. So yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on that. I mean, even putting them in the comments is good enough, because I'm just curious about if anybody have ever actually experienced dealing with new management that thinks they know everything and think that they have all the answers that they really don't have. My thing is just trying to instill trust, but the issue is being able to try to gain some sort of trust is hard when you have a brand new person that's been only 4 or 5 months in trying to tell you how to do your job that you've been doing, and that's a seasoned employee to try to tell you what to do. It, to me, it's a way of disrespect. So I'm just curious if anybody have ever been in that type of environment before, and what advice do you have for me if you have any? I would love to hear them in the comments. Even on the podcast, I would love to hear it. I would love to have you on, have a conversation about that, and kind of talk about how this can be, discrimination, and the things that can, hurt employees, because I believe this can really hurt employees in a way. Getting close to the end of this video, so getting close to that 20-minute mark, so I want to take a moment and reset this, because I understand that people's attention span can only go for so long, so I only try to do 20-minute recordings, and this was going to be divided up into some pretty lengthy recordings, which is okay, but I'm just gonna, reset it, get it back to 20 minutes. I mean, get it back to 20 minutes. Start, start the recording, and then bring up a new recording and continue from there, and kind of just go through the parts of it. I don't know how many parts it's going to be. It could be 3, it could be 4. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yeah, and leave a comment if you like. But, again, thank you so much for watching. Take a short break, and we'll continue ride this train right along to our next destination to drop off live cargo at the Salzburg Food Processing Plant. We'll be right back.